It's not making that on my end.
Okay, well. My internet's been weird too, so it might be an internet thing. Alrighty, let's take two. All right, I can do it again. Let me pull up the shout outs then, because y'all missed that and everything too. Give me 1 second. I got it. We're going to do this. All righty. All right. Welcome to 2022. And we're doing a take two on our team meeting. I think we're having the technical difficulties worked out. If not, I will just record a video and post it if this doesn't work and send the link to everybody. So, I want to start the meeting first with a shout out because that's what I always love to do. And so I'm going to do Green by 15 since it's the 15th of the month and it's our team meeting. Everybody who's put in 200 PRV as of today, right now, you'll get a shout out. So Emily Howard, Susan Misson, Kelly Tilton, Tanya Lauder, Amy Huff, Sandy Dastus, Debbie Evans, Christy Lee Frazier, Catherine Baird, Lexi Dame, Kimberly Tolbert, Tara Reynolds, Christina Jordan, Giovanna Faulkner, Di Zillman, Brooke Edwards, Michaela Wythe, Wendy Foster, Golden Heastan, Brooke Dodson, and Tasha Cast. So congratulations, you guys. Great way to start the new year off. And, you know, it is only the 15th of the month, so don't feel like discouraged because you haven't gotten it in or anything. That's totally okay. You know, there's still, what, 15, 16 more days left in the month for you to be able to do that. So definitely lots of time to do that and everything. This year, I'm kind of excited about our focus. Every year I try and pick a theme for the year. It's just what I do and it works for us. And if it works, do it, right? So we've been in the past couple years, our focus like in 2020 was like build. I think 2021 we were connect. And then this year, what I want to have our theme be is consistent, simple habits. Normally I just pick one word. And so the one word would be consistency, but I didn't want it to be just consistency. I wanted us to break down more into simple and then building the habits, because that's what the consistency, being consistent is. You're building habits, but I want us to be more simple about it, right? That's one of the, what's the word? Oh, core values of Scentsy is authenticity, generosity, and simplicity. And so that's what I want to focus on is, so we are pretty simple. The way that I run my business is pretty simple compared to like other consultants. And so I want to be able to share that with you guys more. So I'm going to be more consistent in sharing things. We're going to be more consistent together in like our sales and maybe even booking parties, posting things on social media. If you're not on social media, you know, sending things out or being in contact with your customers, consistent in follow-up. And we're going to break those down so that they're not overwhelming. And that's what I want to focus on this year, is consistent, simple habits. So what I want you to focus on first here during our meeting is what you guys can expect from me as far as it goes for like shout outs and stuff like that. So there's over 250 of us on our team right now. And that for me can be kind of overwhelming because that's a lot of people to be managing. No, I don't necessarily manage you guys, but, you know, training, supporting, helping, things like that. And there's so many different time zones within our team as well. We got East Coast all the way to West Coast, but then we have Australian time zone, the UK as well. So trying to do all of that for me, and I'm going to be honest and authentic, it's overwhelming sometimes for me. So what I'm going to do as far as shout outs go for you guys is I love doing the happy mail and I love mailing everything out to you guys. And I know you guys really enjoy getting it, but I'm going to kind of narrow it down a little bit more. As leaders, we always say do for one that you can do for 100. And what I have been doing, I can't keep up with. So I had to come to the realization that I need to scale it back and make it more simplified. And then I can build that consistent habit of making sure that every single month I'm mailing out stuff to you guys. So what I'm going to do recognition for as far as like postcards or mail outs, right? Like, you know, all the little postcards that I mail out to you guys and stuff. Uh, Top 10 in the team for PRV will get a postcard from me. New team members will also get a postcard. From anybody who promotes up in title will get a postcard. Any team member who earns shooting star or sensational start will get a cute little letter from me. And then the top sponsor on our team and top sales in each region will also get a postcard from me. I'm breaking it down to this because this is only going to be maybe 20 postcards that I have to mail out because the most of it, half of it is the top 10, right? So this is going to be more scalable for me to be able to be consistent with for you guys in it. What I'm then going to do, because I still want to do all of the other types of shout outs and recognition, is I'm going to go back to my videos that I used to make and do that instead. So I have a program online, it's called Animato. I'm going to go back and start utilizing that because it's very simple to use, it's very fast for me, and I can easily email it out or upload it to YouTube and send that link to you guys so that you guys can all see that. So on that video, it's going to be all shout outs are going to be on there. So I'm going to have team shout outs. I'll probably do, I don't know if I'm going to do some group recognition, but I'll at least have the team on there, the new members promote, you know, all the postcards that I'm going to mail out. But I'm also going to add in there the Scentiversaries. Anybody who's celebrating a Scentiversary will go out that day on that video. I might even throw in there birthdays because I've been having fun celebrating your guys' actual birthdays as well. And then everybody gets recognized multiple times throughout the year then. And that's something that I think is very helpful and really kind of makes it kind of personalized and things like that. If you have a downline or team members, I highly encourage you to also come up with your own form to reach out to them or at least send them a shout out. Hey, I see you were active in the month or something along that line so that everybody in our team and group is going to be recognized at some point by somebody throughout the year for whatever their efforts might be. I do also encourage you guys to do some shout outs on our Facebook group pages as well. Because it's just a fun way to recognize one another and cheer one another on because the things that I might be recognizing people for are going to be different than, let's say, what other leaders in our group might be able to recognize for. So, Kim, you have a team. Your team might get recognized, may not get it in the big team that I have, but they might get recognized with your smaller team. And so doing things like that, I think will, and even if it's just on your own team page or the group page that we have, I think that'll kind of build that cheering and camaraderie and everything as well. Something else that I'll do on the Facebook pages is green by 15. So everybody puts 200 PRV in, I'm going to do a post, and that'll be for the whole team on there. And active in the month, I will do that on the first of the month for the previous month. So what does that mean? So February 1st, I will do who was active in January. I'll do a post and put everybody's names on there who had 200 or more PRV in there. I'm not going to say what their PRV was. It's just they were active in January. So the first of every month, I'm going to put people's names on there. And that will be people who were and who are and are not on Facebook. So everybody will get recognized in that way. And so if you have a friend or a team member who's not on Facebook, you're welcome to send them a little message or call them, say, or screenshot it and send it to them in text message. Hey, Kelly recognized you for this, or congratulations, you were rocking it, you know, things like that. I think that's one of those consistent habits to build is cheering one another on more consistently. I think we do a pretty good job at it. So I just want to do more of it, basically. Along with being kind of consistent, I do think you guys have definitely told me you love having incentives throughout the year, and I have fun just seeing what you guys can accomplish and stuff. So we are going to have we're going to have an incentive every single month, and the incentive, to keep it simple, is when you put 200 PRV in in a month, your name will go into a hat, and you will win. There will be one prize that will be drawn every single month. That's it. It's just your name goes in the hat. We're going to see who wins, and it's just a fun little incentive. And it might be, you know, a business supply thing. I've gotten a whole bunch of stuff in my little armoire back there, so I might just draw some. It might be a goodie bag of prizes. It might be an Amazon gift card for like $5 or something. You know, I don't know. It's whatever I feel like buying for that month or whatever I have in my stash. It'll be just something fun. So I'll do a little video drawing and I'll post a video and mail out whoever is the winner. The other thing that I want to do though, because I want to build that consistency, is when you sell 200 or more in a 4-month period, you're going to be entered into a quarterly drawing, but you have to sell 200 PRV, and let's say the first one will be January, February, March, and April. You need to have 200 PRV at least in all 4 of those months. And if you do that in all 4 of the months, then your name will go into a drawing. On May 1st, I'll do the drawing. And what the items are going to be, because I have them here, are some of those Scentsy blankets that were out. So I have 2 of these ones. I'll do the animal ones will be drawn on May 1st and September 1st. And then on January 1st of 2023, this one will be drawn because this is a bigger blanket and it's during the holiday season. So every 4 months in that time frame, so January to April, you need to do 200 each month. May to August, 200 each month. September to December, 200 each month. And so on that, so I'll draw it. Here, one prize for that quarterly drawing. I hope that's simple and understandable. That's probably the not simple thing for this, but it does build that habit. And I want us building this sales habit, because once you get your sales and that habit of it, you don't ever have to worry about making that 200 PRV, or once you become a lead consultant or higher, getting that 500 PRV in. It's second nature. You don't even think about it. It's just automatic for you. And it's one of those things you just don't have to stress about anymore with your Scentsy career. And so I think getting that put in will help you with all the other things that we're going to be learning and building habits of and being consistent more with throughout the year. So, like booking parties or recruiting people or following up with customers or learning a new social media or whatever it may be that we want to be more consistent at doing. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking of as far as incentives and Happy Mail and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like it. If you have other ideas or something, you're free to let me know and stuff. And we'll see how it goes throughout the year. We can always readjust if it's not working. So that's a great thing about plans and stuff and goals. You could always readjust. So yeah. Then what I'm also going to do as far as like trainings, I want to be more consistent in that as well. But I think we're going to break it down a little bit more. We're going to do just one team meeting a month. So this would be our team meeting for January. I would like to do them the first weekend of every month. But mind you, there might be events or something that I have to do. So we'll have to be flexible with that. I really think a lot of us enjoyed the lunch bunches that were happening on Facebook last year. Facebook's a little quirky. So what I want to do is, and there's a lot of team members who aren't on Facebook. So what I want to start doing, what would have been our second team meeting of the month, I'm going to make that lunch bunch now, and it's going to be on Zoom. And I think I'm going to call it Team Connect. So, and that'll be the third weekend of every month. And on Team Connect night, it's basically like a power hour where we can work on stuff. We're going to chit chat, talk, hang out, everything we did with Lunch Bunch, but just on Zoom basically. And so more people can join it. We can network with one another. We can work on, like Kim's working on her postcards right now and putting the stickers on. We can do that. We can make samples together. If you're just trying to clean your office, you can clean your office while you're hanging out, because then we can see what your office is looking like, and or if you're confused on where to put something, we can all help each other out. for me, maybe that's getting the postcards out finally for the month. That might be my power hour to do that, you know. So just that's what Team Connect will be, our time to hang out once a month for an hour. I'm going to change it to an hour instead of half an hour, and just going to have fun with each other and connect, because so many of us still are having to quarantine or lockdowns, and we can't always meet in person, especially since we're so spread out throughout the world. I think keeping that lunch bunch, but making it a little bit more simplified is going to be helpful. So the first and third weekend of every month, we will connect some way, and it'll be a team meeting on the first weekend and Team Connect on the third weekend. And the other reason why I wanted that Team Connect in there on the third weekend is that also allows you to ask questions so that you can do that final push for the end of the month if you're trying to reach a goal at the end of the month. So we can kind of help one another out that way. Other ways that I'm going to do trainings, YouTube, for you go to my, send you guys my link for my YouTube channel. I'm going to post things on there. I'm going to utilize that a little bit more because there are so many people who aren't on Facebook. So I'm trying to get it into one place, basically. So a lot of videos that I'm going to do outside of our team meeting will go there. Team meetings will also still be posted there and on our Facebook group page, so that it hits everybody. And I encourage you to still, if you are on Facebook, continue to use our group pages. If you aren't, I encourage you to set up even a fake account and just be on our group pages. You don't even have to be a part of social media for the whole big scheme of social media. But on the Facebook page, we do daily support, ideas. It's another way to connect and stuff like that. So I'll even put on there, like, probably 1 month we'll do a task a day type thing, and then, but that's the place to go to find what those tasks a day are going to be, is on the Facebook group pages. So lots of avenues to help you guys with training and support and stuff. The other thing that I'm going to do more of is the one-on-one coaching calls with you guys, because it'll be easier for me to help you when it's more on a personalized basis. And then we can cater a plan that's personalized just for you and your business. And we can do check-ins every so often. And I set those up through Calendly. I have that connected on Facebook, on our group pages. I'll send that link back out as well so that everybody knows kind of ways to connect with me. And what these one-on-one coaching calls are, they're more of like it's not a mentoring session. A mentoring is where you ask me questions and then I tell you what to do. A coaching call is we're talking with one another. I'm asking you questions and you're answering the questions. And from your answers, we draw up a plan that is for you. So it's going to be more like that, so that's the best way I could describe it. I know Kim's done some of the coaching calls. That's kind of what it is, right, Kim? Like, I'm asking questions, you're answering them. You're working through the process as I'm asking the questions, and it's helping you to realize what it is that you want and need, right?
Yes, you help narrow down the focus so that it's easier to make a plan, and it takes a lot of the feelings of being overwhelmed out of all of it. Like, I know what my goal is, and I know really generally how to get there, but not specifically how to get there that works for me. And so the coaching call very much helped me figure out what I needed to do versus watching a bunch of trainings and trying to guess and try too many things to be able to actually focus and get good at any of it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And what worked for me is not necessarily going to work for somebody else, because their goal might not be the same, or the time that they can work their business is not the same, or there's just a lot of factors because we're all different people.
Yep. And that's why I want to do more of those coaching calls with you guys. And I am available every day of the week. And on It's just different hours of the day that I might be available. So in the Calendly link, it says on there what times of day, what days and what times. And if I am not available, I make sure to mark it out on that calendar so that you don't get it scheduled. And then what Calendly does is it will schedule that time and link it to my Google Calendar for me. And then it'll also automatically go ahead and create a Zoom link so that we can then chit chat like we are right now. If for some reason Zoom you're not comfortable with, we can do a phone call, but I will put it on you to call me during that time because you're the one who's scheduling the time with me. And so I think one of the first things is accountability is a simple habit to make. And so making sure you're the one setting up the appointment and you can let me know if a phone call would be easier or better for you versus doing Zoom. So I'm available in those aspects, but it's up to you to book the calls. So yeah, that's kind of what my focus is for the year, habits to work on and for us to build. Like I've said, the ones that people have mentioned to me are sales, recruiting, follow-up, bookings, social media, and learning. So that's 6. That's half the year. So we can just focus on those 6. So one topic each month, and then the last half of the year, just repeat with different learnings. Or if we want to find 12 things to focus on, so each month is a different focus, we can do that too. So I'm kind of open to your guys' suggestions because this year it's not just me, it's a we kind of thing. So I want to make sure all of our needs are being met the best way that we can possibly meet those needs. So that's where I need you guys communicating with me and I communicating with you. Because once again, like Kim said, what I know and assume everybody knows, you probably don't know. Or if I don't know what you need help with, then I can't help you to be successful. So reaching out, telling me, that's why those coaching calls are going to be so pertinent because we'd schedule the first one, but the great thing about the coaching calls is we then at the end go, why don't we have a follow-up call in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, see how you're doing and kind of do that. So we can go ahead and reschedule it. Kind of like your dental visits, right? You do it, you schedule it, you go in, and then they're like, would you like to schedule another one in 6 months? And you're like, yes, I would, because I'd like to have clean teeth. So, kind of the same thing, right? Let's get that coaching call on the books, and then would you like to schedule another coaching call with me? Yes, I would, because I'd like to see if I'm still on the right path in about a month, 2 months, 3 months down the line. And I wouldn't want to book it up any further out than that unless you guys only want to be touched or have, not touched, but have contact, every 6 months. So each catalog change. Anything over that time frame, I don't think would be as useful. So definitely having the follow-ups with those coaching calls, I think need to be done at least every 6 months, but I think it would be best if it was three or more months in a year that were, in the time frame. I hope I said that correctly. So I think that's all I had to say for today. I really am excited for the setting up some of these simple habits and everything and being consistent in everything that we do. I want to get this kind of going so that as you guys promote to leaders, then you can easily duplicate the systems that we're creating this year and find what works for you. That's also a big thing. That's something that I've been focusing on a lot during the entire pandemic. What works for me versus what works for other leaders. I'm completely different than other leaders. So I think I got the simple part kind of down. So if you're a little bit more over the top, that's not going to be my leadership style. So, but that's okay. Whatever works for you is what works for you. And you got to find your niche and go with it and roll with it. And that's part of the building the consistency. The great thing is you can try something out. And if it doesn't bring you joy or it's not working, either get rid of it or change it and see how it does work. And so that's where those power hours are going to come into play too. It's like, oh yeah, I tried booking a party and I did it this way, but nobody booked a party. What are your guys' ideas on how I can maybe try and get people to book party? What are you doing to get, oh, okay, I like that idea. I'm going to give it a try, but I'm going to tweak it just a little bit so it's more of my style and my personality. That's what I want us to be kind of working together on and stuff like that. So, do you guys have any questions? Are you excited? Are you not excited? I don't know. What are you thinking? Yay, hopefully. Let me pull up. Nobody asked any questions on Facebook. As you guys think over this, and if you have ideas or whatever, let me know. And, we might be able to bring it in throughout the year or test things out. But that's kind of our theme for the year. We're going to be more consistent in the things that we do and make our businesses even stronger than they already are. So, oh, another area, it just popped in my head. Sorry. Something else with this consistency is I really want to help those who are new team members. I want to help more people to be promoting to at least certified consultant throughout the year and getting there a little bit faster as well. So that's where building these consistent habits are going to come into play as well. It'll help all of us veterans who have been here for a while, some of those who are fairly new within the last year, but then also the brand new people who are just going to be coming in for 2022. So we'll be working throughout the year on all of these things, and it's just different avenues to build those habits and stuff. So that's it for tonight. If you guys want to have a goal to accomplish in January, I would suggest setting up a coaching call and coming up with your goal or plan for the year. That's a great way to build that consistent habit. So I will email out the Calendly link, and we can schedule our conversation with one another and just kind of have some fun with it. I'm actually going to be redoing my dream board that I have above my computer here because I've had this up for so long. I think it's time for me to reassess my business and come up with new things that I need to accomplish and stuff. Because I've had this dream board for a very, very long time. I don't even know. I don't even know when I did it. So I've accomplished a lot on it, and so that's why I think it's time to start over again. With some of it will stay, but some of it won't stay. So even if your coaching call is coming up with your dream board, that's fine too. Let's just have some fun and connect, set a goal and a plan that's personalized for you, and that'll be January. So then we can figure out February and stuff like that. Okay, you guys, that's it for tonight. And thank you for being patient with the technical difficulties and all the randomness that happens in our businesses, but that's a part of being online. We just roll with it. So, if you guys don't have any questions, then that's it. And I'll email out the link to the video once I get it posted onto YouTube, and I will also email out the Calendly link as well too. So thanks, you guys. Have a great, well, for us in the US, holiday weekend, since it's MLK weekend. If you don't celebrate that in your country, that's okay. Have an amazing weekend anyways, and I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish in January. Remember, this is the end of the current catalog, so anything that you need to order for a customer or for yourself, please make sure you get it in by January 31st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And the new catalog starts in February. You can go ahead and order your supplies that you need for the new catalog that's coming this month. And I do believe items are on sale for 10% off. Business supplies and items in the catalog are also on sale 10% off. So it's a great time to get customers to do that. I would also, one last note, do a push for people to start setting up their Scentsy clubs because of that Always Get My Bar. Scents are being discontinued. It's also Bring Back My Bar month. So it's a great month for people to always be getting their favorite scents because Scentsy will continue to make them. as long as they're in their club subscription, and they will mail them out to them at whatever the duration is that they have it scheduled for. So maybe February we might focus on the on Scentsy Club. That might be something to kind of focus on since it's changing. So let me know what you guys think. But I'm just thinking that might be a good training. Maybe our February 1st. What do you think, Kim?
I think we should, because I really think it's going to help with consistency in sales.
Yeah.
And also because it's going to improve the simplicity in your business.
Yeah.
Like I really see it being very, very simple for us, and very simple for our customers, but also helping to meet the goal of being active every month.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. So let's do that. Our February meeting will be Scentsy Club. I'm gonna walk you guys through a Scentsy Club process on how to set it up so that you understand how to do it for your customers. But your customers actually set it up. I know I've created a YouTube channel for my customers, so I'll share that link as well so that you guys can share it with your customers so they know where to go on your website to set it up. I'll explain the benefits of it as well, because there's new things coming for it that start in February, and then explain the why, like Kim just said, on that consistency. It'll help with your consistency. So yeah, that's exciting. I think definitely let's do that and kind of get that going. And since it's with the brand new catalog, it'll be a great start to it too. So that's what we're gonna focus on February. So
okay, then I'm gonna share my funny story, because I posted my goal for the year on my team page, so my whole team they already saw it.
Yeah.
It went up like January 1st. My goal was to increase my Scentsy Club subscriptions to be active every month. And then I didn't even have my catalog yet because the weather delayed everything.
Yeah.
But I saw a training about the new rewards, and that popped up about the news, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like Scentsy knew exactly what my goal was, and they just made it so I could actually meet it.
Yep.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I was on the call when they were telling us about it. Australia actually has already been testing it. So it's already rolled out for them. So it'll be new for us, but it's definitely something awesome for all of us to have. So
does that mean if we do lunch bunch this month, then our friends in Australia can come on and tell us their tips and tricks and opinions of the whole thing?
yes,
We can have a sneak peek.
yes, we can. And I need to figure out I think weekends are still okay, so or weekdays. Maybe I'll do a poll to see what day of the week might be best for lunch bunch, and then I'll figure out the times. I know a lot of people could pop on that 7 p.m. Pacific time because it was actually lunchtime in Australia, but it does limit our friend in the UK. So that's because it's like 3 a.m. her time. So I'm trying to find the time that works for everybody. That's the hard part. So yeah, I think we'll get lunch bunch figured out for this month, but yeah, kind of get some ideas from people and stuff. So all right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'll be mindful of your time, but I like that we've already kind of planned for the next month. I think I'd like to keep doing that as well during our meetings. So we'll know what the focus is. So like this month we're doing, what are we doing this month? So you're gonna set up your Calendly one call with me. I don't know. I'm so tired. It's the weekend. Got a lot going on. That's why I'm simplifying everything, people. So set up your coaching call with me.
So you can set your goal.
Yes. So you can set your goal. And February, we'll definitely talk about lunch bunch, maybe get a preview from some of our Australia friends for January's lunch bunch. If they don't pop on, we'll do getting our maybe catalogs and stuff ready or whatever the power hour can be. But yeah, so February we'll do that, and then during our February meeting, we'll set a topic to talk about in March. So I have all month to plan and research for you guys as well. So, and maybe I can then know in advance, and I can get some guest speakers to come on to our meetings and stuff too. So, because Because if I'm not an expert, maybe I have some friends that are consultants that might be experts. So maybe I can get some of that going. And I know the home office staff have said that they are happy to come on into our team meetings as well. So that might be some avenues that I can do there too. So yeah, there's a lot.
There's some fun people.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you listen to the podcast, there's all kinds of fun people at the home office that it would be interesting to be able to speak with.
Yeah, exactly. And they, I just have to reach out to them and ask them to come on and see if they'd be willing to do that. So, yeah, so kind of fun. That's one thing I love about Scentsy. Everybody helps one another out. So, it's very family oriented. So supportive. All right, you guys, go have a great Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you live. But either way, have an amazing weekend, and we will catch up at Team Connect. That's what we're going to call it now. Team Connect is lunch bunch. Oh wait, let's see when that's going to be, because technically this is this third. It'd be technically. So should we connect? Do we want to do it next weekend on the 22nd? Because the 29th is basically the end of the month for Team Connect.
I vote for the next week so we have a chance to ask some questions and maybe research some answers, because it's going to be kind of preceding the new program coming out. And so I think it would be nice if we had a little time before it launched.
Okay, perfect.
To
I
be prepared.
know as far as our team meeting might have to be on the 6th though for February, because I will be out of town the 4th and the 5th. It's still the first weekend. It would just be on Sunday, Monday instead of Saturday, Sunday. So, so yeah. All right, you guys. Next Saturday, Sunday, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll just plan on it at 3 p.m. Should we just do 3 p.m. again?
I think so.
Okay, let's do 3 p.m. next Saturday, Team Connect / Power Hour, and we will go with it. I'll set up a link and message that out to everybody on Monday. So thank you guys for participating and being here. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and we will talk in a week. Bye.